My name is Larry McIntyre. I'm here in Redmond, Washington at Marymore Park. They have a very nice flying field for radio-controlled airplanes. And we're out here today flying and enjoying the nice weather. I started building airplanes when I was about 7 years old. Started out with plastic model airplanes, just as something to keep busy. And I always loved to work with my hands, tearing things apart, putting them back together. And so it was just a natural progression to go from plastic models to building rubber band powered airplanes, and then getting into motorized airplanes. This is a powered glider. It's got a small camera on it. It's a great platform for aerial photography because it's just a slow, gentle flyer. And it's a scratch built. One of my first planes I built, and it's just a great flyer. And when it does have an incident where it breaks, it's very easy to fix as well. So I really enjoy using this plane for aerial photography. These two I brought out for display. This I built for a friend. This one here I'm not ready to fly it yet. I'm too afraid. It's really fast. It's a ducted fan, which is not quite a jet motor, but it's very similar. There's a fan in the center that forces the air out the back. And we got the multi-rotor. This is also a very fast electric plane, which I've flown. It'll fly up to about 60 miles per hour. Definitely an adrenaline type plane. And then you have on the ground here, you got the more docile, slow planes. The gray plane's a practice plane. It's very easy to fix. The wing, I crashed just a couple weeks ago, but that one also is a good platform for aerial photography. I started getting into that a little bit, starting out putting a Mobius on a plane or a keychain camera. And it's really fascinating. Just put a small camera on a plane and take off and just film whatever's out there. And then there's hooking a GoPro up to a multi-rotor, which is something that I've been practicing doing, and that's a lot of fun. You can film, different scenes. You can film, houses or, basically just anything from a different perspective. This is a multi-rotor or a quadcopter. Quadcopter meaning it has 4 motors. I spent about 2 months building this one and also tuning it so that it would fly. Hover is a big thing, so you have to program the controller board to be able to do so. I build about 80% of my stuff. Occasionally I'll find things at a swap meet and pick it up because it's interesting. But I love just building. It's the part of the hobby that I think that I like the most. It's being able to express creativity and work on different aspects of technology, such as electronics and radio frequencies and mechanics, such as working with motors. And it's very, very interesting. This frequency board is for people that fly the older frequencies. I fly 72 megahertz. So you have individual channels. The newer radios run on 2.4 gigahertz, and everybody can fly together on that frequency because it's hopping. So, but for safety and to keep from getting shot down, a lot of people still fly with 72 megahertz. And so you have to reserve your frequency so everybody knows that you're on that frequency. There's all sorts of things that can go wrong, but you do the best you can to build a plane and check everything over to make sure that it's not going to crash when it's in the air. Everybody crashes in this hobby, and the trick is to develop your skills enough so that you limit the amount of time you crash, because it can get expensive. Broken parts. Oh, something happened. I'm going down. Shoot. Lost frequency. When I used to come down to this field, I used to kind of just like everybody else, I like to see a good crash every once in a while, and I don't really enjoy that aspect anymore because I know how much time is invested in building these planes and getting them ready to fly. I still don't mind if I have a bunch of spectators watching me when I crash, because it's just going to happen, and it's better if you have a little bit of an audience, because it just happens. It looks like I got this winter's project rebuilding. It'll fly again. It'll fly again.